Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Desmond Sharp here, back out here with another video for you guys today. And as you can see, you remember part 1 of the player versus player simulation? We did that on NBA 2K20. Now we are doing it on NBA 2K19. Well, the rosters for NBA 2K19, they have changed from 2K20. You see Chris Smooth on the 76ers, Bucks with Williams Goss, McDonald on the Bulls, Cavs with Wesley Wilkins, Celtics Deshaun Stoudemire, Clippers with DJ Sharp, Grizzlies with Cameron Baker, Hawks with D Sharp, Heat with Joshua Allen, Hornets with RJ Watt, Jazz with RJ Griffin, Ryan Griffin picked up by the Kings, Devin Garnett picked up by the Knicks, Lakers with Jordan Sharp, Magic with Kennedy James, Mavs with Charles Solomon, Nets with Wesley Montgomery, Wes Montgomery picked up by the Nuggets, Pacers with Sean Harris, Pelicans picked up OJ Howard, Pistons with Rob Parker, Raptors picked up Moses Ka, Rockets picked up Zion Williamson in the center, Spurs with RJ Rollins, Suns picked up AJ O'Quinn, Thunder picked up CJ O'Quinn, Timberwolves picked up Josh Williams King, Blazers picked up Josh Levine, Warriors picked up Desmond Adrian, and the Wizards, they've got Joshua Lamb. So, you guys, this is about to be a fun simulation. So, we are going to simulate to the end of the season. So, we'll see you guys in the playoffs. Let's go. So, the regular season has came to an end, and the MVP goes to CJ O'Quinn. Wow. Putting up 27 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists. Unbelievable. Rookie of the Year is AJ O'Quinn, putting up 26 points, 14 rebounds, and 13 assists. Sixth Man of the Year goes to Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks. He put up 20 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. Defensive Player of the Year is Ryan Griffin. Wow. 25 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals. Most improved is Jordan Clarkson. Coach of the Year is Brett Brown of the 76ers. Wow. That is insane to me. Alright, so here are the playoffs. So let's take a look at the standings for everybody. First for the East, we've got the Sixers number 1. The Pistons at number 2. Wow. The Raptors number 3, the Hawks number 4, Wizards, Bucks, Pacers, and Celtics. So the Nets didn't make it. They didn't make it. Wow. As you see the rest of the teams that did not make it for the East. Now, let's take a look at the West. We've got the Warriors number 1, Thunder 2, Rockets, Blazers, Timberwolves, Pelicans, Jazz, and Nuggets. So as you see, the Lakers didn't make it, the Clippers didn't make it, the Mavs didn't make it, Spurs didn't make it, Grizzlies didn't make it. Only Grizzlies didn't make it because they were a game out. They were a game out of it. So put in the comment section right now on who do you think is gonna win the simulation. Cause we are finna get into this simulation here on NBA 2K19. Let's go. Alright guys, so get your brooms ready. Because we've already got a sweep in the first round. It's the Houston Rockets. They're going to sweep the New Orleans Pelicans. The New Orleans Pelicans wasn't a match for Houston. We know that. And Houston knows that. So they just decided to get them out of the first round. So the Rockets are going to move on to the second round, winning 4 games to 0. So OJ Howard's going to fall here to the Houston Rockets, and they just were not a match for Houston. So they just decided to get rid of him pretty early. So Austin Rivers, James Harden, Chris Paul, Zion Williamson, the center, are all going to move on to the second round, winning 4-0. So they'll advance to round 2. What a victory. So we go down to Philadelphia, where the 76ers, the number 1 seed in the East, they're going to get this series done in 5, beating the Boston Celtics with Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, Deshaun Stoudemire, Marcus Smart. They're going to win 122-105, and they'll advance to round 2. And look at this. Joel Embiid gets fouled on the last play of the game. He has 15 points in this game. Now 16 with that made free throw. Now he has 17 in this game. But it's all but over here. The 76ers move on to the second round, winning in 5 games. They'll either take on the Wizards or the Atlanta Hawks in round 2. In Minnesota, the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're going to win the series in 6 games to take out the Portland Trail Blazers. This was a good series, but it was all Minnesota till the end of the series. And that's going to do it. The Timberwolves move on to the second round, winning 4-2, winning 109-89 here in game number 6. So how about this for a first round upset? The Indiana Pacers, the number 7 seeded, they're gonna beat the Detroit Pistons, the number 2 seeded, in 6 games. So they're gonna dribble the ball out here because they're gonna advance to the second round to either take on the Toronto Raptors or the Milwaukee Bucks. And as you already know, that series will be going to 7 games. So the Pacers will be waiting on them. So they move on to the second round. What an upset for the Pacers. So we got 4 game 7s. The first one's not even close. The Toronto Raptors are going to be the next team to move on. They're going to win in 7 over the Bucks. As I said, we've got 4 game 7s. The other 3 looking to be incredible. But this one wasn't even close. Raptors winning 114-99. And they're going to move on to the second round, winning in 7. What a game. What a series between the Bucks and Raptors. A second game 7, and this one's not even close. The Atlanta Hawks are going to defeat the Washington Wizards in 7. This was a good series, but the Wizards were unable to close it out in Washington. So the Hawks, they forced game 7, and they're going to win it all. So they move on to the second round. They'll take on the Philadelphia 76ers in round 2. Our third game 7, it's not close either. The Oklahoma City Thunder, the number 2 seed, they're going to survive and prevail against the Utah Jazz. They're going to win 118-98 here in game 7. And look at Russell Westbrook. No sportsmanship for the Jazz here as the Thunder move on in 7. And they'll take on the Houston Rockets in the second round of action. What a series between these two. The fourth game 7, it's not close. The Golden State Warriors, the number 1 seed, they're going to get past the Denver Nuggets. They're going to make the 3-1 comeback series lead. The 8 seed Nuggets were up 3-1 against the 1 seeded Warriors. Warriors have won 3 straight games to advance to the second round. So the Warriors move on to round 2, and they'll take on Josh Williams-King and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Alright guys, so we now have our second round matchups. We have the Warriors Timberwolves, Thunder Rockets, Sixers Hawks, and Raptors Pacers. So who's going to advance to the conference finals? Let's find out right now. So the first team to move on, and this is the only sweep of round 2, it's going to be the Toronto Raptors. They're gonna sweep the Indiana Pacers, the number 7 seed, which was no match for them. So they just got rid of them right away. So Kawhi Leonard Kyle Lowry, Danny Green, Moses Cub, Pascal Siakam, Marc Gasol, and the Raptors are going to advance to the conference finals to either take on the 76ers or the Atlanta Hawks. We will find out soon enough. So we go down to Philadelphia, where the 76ers, they're going to get this series done in 5 games. They're going to beat the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks had a good run, but the second round of the playoffs, it wasn't enough for them. So they're going to fall here. And the 76ers, the number 1 seed, are going to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals to take on the Toronto Raptors. D Sharp looks pretty upset about that one. In Oklahoma City, it's a Game 7, the first of 2 Game 7s. The Thunder are up by 1. They're trying to close out the Houston Rockets. Here's CJ O'Quinn with the ball. Gives it to Steven Adams. He slams it in with 54 seconds remaining. Rockets are down by 3. They're 51 seconds away from having their dreams coming to a screeching halt. Man, oh man. What a ride it has been for the Thunder. First they beat the Jazz in 7. Now they're in 7 with the Houston Rockets. Player of the game is CJ O'Quinn. He just cannot be stopped. Chris Paul with the ball. Guarded by Dennis Schroeder. Takes it all the way. Gives it to Fareed. He lays it in with 44 seconds remaining. Houston down 1. Schroeder with the ball. He's guarded by Chris Paul. He gives it to CJ O'Quinn. On James Harden. Pump fakes. Gives it to Steven Adams. Steven Adams gives it to Paul George. To Schroeder. Spin move. Gives it to CJ O'Quinn. Uh-oh. It was almost turned over. CJ O'Quinn popping it way outside. It's off. And out of bounds to the Rockets. What were they doing? And a timeout called by the Rockets. 19 seconds remaining. All they need is a 2-pointer. They cannot waste the possession. They cannot waste their possessions here. 19 seconds remaining. All they need is a 2-pointer to give them the lead. They give it to Chris Paul. Guarded by Dennis Schroeder. He's going to take it back. Fans chanting defense. Chris Paul. What is he going to do with it? With 6 seconds. Takes it. Pulls up. It's good. Chris Paul in the clutch. Oh my goodness. Chris Paul. He does not want to lose to his original team he plays for this year. He wants them to get out. He wants them to lose. So the Thunder, 2.8 seconds. They give it to O'Quinn at the buzzer. Bruh, are you kidding me? CJ O'Quinn at the buzzer to win it for Oklahoma City. And they move on to the conference finals. So in the second Game 7, it's not gonna be any possible. The Golden State Warriors are gonna move on to the Western Conference Finals to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Kevin Durant just nailing it to the coffin. They're gonna advance to the Western Conference Finals to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wow. Alright, so we now have our conference finals. We have the Warriors and the Thunder for the West. And for the East, we have the 76ers and Raptors. So, who's going to move on to the NBA Finals? Let's find out right now. So, we go down to Philadelphia, where the 76ers are going to win this series in 5 games. So, they're going to take out Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors, who actually won in 2K9 in NBA 2K19 though, in real life. They actually won the championship in 2019, but they're going to fall here to the 76ers in 5 games. So Chris Smoove, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, JJ Redick, Greg Monroe, and the Sixers are your Eastern Conference champions, winning this series in 5 games. And they will either take on the Golden State Warriors or the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Finals. Chris Smoove holding that Eastern Conference trophy. So, in Golden State, the Golden State Warriors are going to be your Western Conference champions, winning this series in 5 games. They're going to take out the Oklahoma City Thunder. What a ride it's been for the Thunder, making it here to the conference finals after taking out the Jazz and the Rockets in 7. But when they took on the Houston Rockets in that Game 7, they won off a crazy game winner that I have never seen in my entire simulations ever. But they're going to fall here to the Golden State Warriors in 5 games. And the Warriors are the Western Conference champions, beating the Oklahoma City Thunder in 5 games. And their opponent in the NBA Finals, the Philadelphia 76ers. Alright, so we have our NBA Finals, the Warriors and the 76ers. Did you guys predict these two teams are going to make it to the finals? If you did, that's good for you. If you didn't, pick a team who you think is going to win the NBA Finals. So we're going to simulate this one by one. The Sixers get home court advantage. Game 1 goes to Philadelphia. Game number 2 goes to the Warriors. Game 3, it's a big one, the Warriors. Game 4 goes to the Warriors. Game 5, the Warriors are up by 3 with a minute left to go. 76ers with the basketball. They're trying to force Game 6 back in Oracle. Oh, and look at this. Desmond Adrian gets the steal. Draymond Green makes the layup. So the Warriors are up by 5. They are 55 seconds away from winning the championship. Chris Smoove gives it to Embiid. Guarded by Adrian. Fading. It's off. Rebound to Adrian. And look at this. And he slams it with Durant. They are just putting on daggers right now. Chris Smoove is trying to go fast. Gives it to Embiid. JJ Redick with it. Gives it back to Embiid. To Tobias Harris. Fading. It's off. Oh, Embiid gets it back and he lays it in. It's not over yet. But they're going to foul Andre Iguodala. So he's going to go to the line for 2 big free throws. And he misses the first. So Philadelphia still has a chance. But he makes the second one though. So 6-point game. Warriors are 19 seconds away from winning the championship. Sixers are trying to keep their hopes alive. They made it all the way here, and now they're trailing by 6. They give it to Chris Smoove, guarded by Iguodala. Gives it to Embiid. Fading on Adrian. It's good. Now they're down by 4. And now they're going to foul Iguodala once again. Iguodala makes the first one. And he nails the second one. Philadelphia, with 12 seconds, needs to get a quick shot up, and then they got a quick foul. Butler gives it to Embiid. Back to Chris Smoove. 3. It's off. Rebound to the Warriors. And that's going to do it. The Golden State Warriors are the NBA champions. What a ride it has been for them. Man, oh man. The Golden State Warriors are the NBA champions. First, in the first round, they were down 3-1, came back to beat the Nuggets. Then, they beat the Timberwolves in 7. Then, they defeated the Thunder in 5. And then they came to the NBA Finals, and they won in 5 games. So they're going to win the championship. Who's going to be the MVP of this simulation? Who is it going to be? It's going to be Steph Curry. Who else? So, the Golden State Warriors win. If you enjoyed the simulation, hit that like button and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next simulation. Goodbye, guys.